This is Vane. It's one of those atmospheric exploration games in the vein of, say, Journey. And I actually wanted to start at the very beginning to sort of show you how this game starts, and because it actually starts with a bang. It's really kind of got a nice beginning to it, but there's no new game option. When I started it up, it just resume is the only thing that it offers me. So I guess I'm gonna resume where I left off, and I'm not gonna show you the beginning. But the beginning's great. So if you're interested in this game after watching me play it, go check it out because the beginning's actually my favorite part so far. So we're just gonna watch this tower get built and destroyed again while the game loads. So in this game, you play a crow, but also a child. You're kind of a crow and a child. I think we're going to start with me as a crow, and one of the challenging things in this game is kind of so far they've done a really good job of having me feel like the world was just wide open and I could go any direction I wanted to. Yet miraculously, I keep finding the route that the level designer wants me to go. So far that's worked out really well for me, and I think that it shows a lot of skill on the part of the level designers. You could also see me fail at it immediately, in which case it'll look bad, but whatever. So I'm a crow. I'm sitting on top of this weather vane thingy, and I'm gonna start flying. Whoa! So I just activated this windsock. I'm not sure what it does. It's blowing to the right. I don't know if that means I need to go to the right. I think that's where I came from, though. So probably not. Where else can I go? It seems... I feel like I'm kind of being invited to go through this giant doorway here, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Very quiet, serene game. So yeah, so I can see a landmark off in the distance, and so that's where I'm likely to want to go. You see, like, things move kind of slowly in this game. It's a relaxing game that you're either going to want to sort of like, play when you're just sort of trying to chill out at the end of the day, or play it while you're doing something else, where you're listening to a podcast or something like that, or sort of watching a YouTube video out of the corner of your eye, depending on the amount of sensory input you feel like you need at the moment. For me, I often feel like I need a lot of sensory input all at the same time, so I end up playing games like this while doing something else. All right. So yeah, so the world this game takes place in, it's a ruined world, but all the ruins are made of stone. And I'm used to sort of post-apocalyptic settings feeling a little more techy, but this one is definitely more ancient and mystical. The fact that I'm a magic bird also makes it feel ancient and mystical. All right, so I'm not seeing a lot more out on the horizon. I'm going to investigate this little hole in the ground, see if this is anything. Oh, wait a minute. This looks familiar. This may be where I came from. If this is where I came from, then yeah, maybe the windsock is actually pointing me in the right direction. Have I been here before? Oh, I'm in the water. This is water. Hi, water. I thought I was looking down into a like a deep gully, but what I was actually looking at is a reflection of the gully I already flew down into. So this looks like another windsock. I wonder, can I just settle on it and cry out to my friends? Okay, yeah. So if you set on the edge of one of these things and you cry out to your friends, your weight will turn on the windsock. Okay, and it looks like it's actually pointing me in that direction. So maybe I should have followed the direction of that previous windsock, because this one does seem to be pointing me somewhere. I thought I'd just fallen into a hole that went straight down, but it looks like there is a way out. Okay, so it's pointing me on the way out, and then... maybe I should go back to that previous windsock. Where was it, though? So, okay, so those are the ruins that I explored. So I think over to the left here, I think it's that spot over there and on the horizon. That's where I activated the other windsock. So I'm going to go over and try to follow the direction of that windsock and see if that takes me someplace interesting. So what I've been assuming so far is that there's actually a linear path through these levels that the game wants me to follow, and that they've been deftly guiding me to discover each thing I've discovered in turn. But now I'm starting to wonder if actually there's not a linear path, and I really can just freely travel through this huge open desert and just discover things at my own pace. If that's the case, that is a fascinating decision for a game like this, because traditionally, like games like, say, Journey, that game has a very specific progression that they're trying to take you on. And if this game doesn't have that, that'll be fascinating. Or maybe that windsock I just activated is where I came from before, and the windsock that we just flew past, that we're following the directions of right now, that's the first one I successfully activated. I think I've seen like 3 or 4 others, though, that I didn't figure out. And so it could be that what I'm actually doing is I'm getting on the linear path right now. So Joshua Schluter has just referred to my character as Magic Burb. And yeah, so this is basically like, it's like Skatebird, only it's like Skatebird meets Journey. That's what this game is. Okay, so we've got this monolith. Looks like an old stone tower, actually, in the distance, and it's got something on top. Let's see if this something on top is something I can interact with. Just figuring out how to interact with things is actually kind of a challenge in this game. Like I said, like the windsock thing didn't make any sense to me at first. Okay, so this is, I think, something I can perch on. So you hold B to start hovering. And then you can land on things. There's something glittering down at the bottom. I feel like that glittery thing at the bottom, I think I've been there before. I think I am backtracking a little bit to places I've been before, but it's places I went to and didn't successfully discover everything I was supposed to discover. So let's go down here and sit on this. Yeah, that is a windsock. Let's sit on the windsock and activate it and see what it tells us to do. So we hold B to hover. We get ourselves on a perch. And then hit Y to call our friends. Our friends all line up with us, and then all right, it's pointing in that direction. So yeah, that thing that looks like either some kind of dome or maybe the fuselage of a giant ancient stone airplane. I've been there before too. So this is definitely, I'm definitely retreading ground that I've trod before. Actually, I haven't really trod it. If I'm a crows don't tread. They kind of fly and hop. They don't really tread. Anyway, I'm getting caught up in a weird semantic thing. Okay, so it told me to go this direction. I've been this direction before. But let's see, now that I know a little bit more about how the game works, maybe there's more for me to discover. So Wolfo78 says, this already feels like there's a whole story to this. It isn't physically said, but maybe is something more spiritual. That's kind of the vibe that I get. I mean, there are some events that play out towards the beginning that give you a little bit more of a hint about what this game's about. But only hints. It's kind of like Other Side that way. And you feel like you're kind of decoding a story from hints, but it's not. They don't put a lot of effort into making it abundantly clear what the game's about and how it works. Okay, so that white wall over there, I have been there before. But over here, is this a windsock? What is this? Let's see what this thing is. It's something. What happens when I sit on this? I don't have any friends around, so it doesn't look like I can do much. It's swinging. Can I swing? No. So what happens? Can I like land in a different part of it? I'm trying to see what might make a difference. It looks like my bird just wants to land right there. So This feels like something I have not yet figured out. I mean, it's got a little glittery pendulum on the bottom, just like the windsocks have, which attracts my attention and makes me feel like I'm supposed to do something with it, but I don't know what. So maybe that'll be a mystery for later. Oh, hey, I can park in different places, but didn't seem to make much of a difference. So let's fly down into this cave. I'll show you what's in this cave. See, it does feel like a miracle that I'm able to discover as many places as I have, just because the world is so just like flat and sandy and featureless. You just feel like you should be lost. But somehow I keep finding places to go. So kudos to the level designers who worked on this. So yeah, now I'm in a cave. Caves are a little bit easier. Just, often they make it so there's only one way you can go. So there could be like a windsock-like thing here that I can activate that I missed the first time through. Okay, there's definitely... Okay, there's another one of these little doorways with the weather vane on it. I'm not sure what these are for, aside from just giving me a little vista. When I land on these, it does a camera move. And then you can see, okay, there's another perch up there that I can land on. I don't see a classic weather vane, so let me see what happens if I go to land on this perch up here. Maybe this one will tell me something about the one outside the cave. But the camera's sort of languid attempts to catch up with me are pretty interesting. Like, it really takes its time. Okay, so I'm here. Does this do anything? Without any other birds around. Huh. Yeah, I can't figure out what this might do. Is that a hole in the ceiling? Can I get up there? I'm gonna try to get up there. Oh. Looks like that might be hard, actually. It might be... Oh, no, I'm still going up. There it is. Oh, wait. Nope. This looks like geometry I'm not meant to get close to. Yeah, I think I'm not supposed to be here. Okay, let's fly back down. All right, so that was a bust. I haven't been able to figure out how that's supposed to work. But there are other places to go. And yeah, I definitely... Okay, this place up here, I know what this place is. And I definitely wanted you to see something like this. One of the main reasons I wanted to start over at the beginning was to make sure you saw this section. So I like the fact that I can repeat it. That's something I wasn't sure about before. So we got a bunch of birds here. But I don't see a windsock. So, but down below there's something. This gold leaf that starts to gather around me as I descend. And there we go. I was a bird, now I am a child. And I love the way they did this transformation. They cover me with this gold leaf. So I'm running around as a golden child for a little while. And then slowly the gold peels off. Also, look at the Look at the dust at my feet. Doesn't it look like stop motion animation? Like, this is an intentional choice. Giving, like they're having the geometry flicker like that, like it's being distorted by magic. The dust at my feet is animating like it's in stop motion. Like, it's meant to be, I think, disconcerting and otherworldly, and it's really, really working for me. So, all right. So, you can see that flying around is what you do with a lot of this game, but there's also running around as this little kid. So now my goal is to try to get out of here using the powers of this child rather than the powers of the bird. So if I come over here, I think the way up is over here. Oh, whoops. What? Oh, that broke. I don't think I've seen that happen before. All right, well, let's push this. Oh, wait, I couldn't get up that? Oh, let's push a little bit closer. What? There we go. Lots of cute little animations and stuff, making the kid feel a little bit unsteady on his feet. Because, he's a bird most of the time. Hello, greetings, Scar. Jump. Yeah, falling down at this point would be very annoying. Yes, please do not fall down. I appreciate the help game. I actually fell down these stairs, just like now. I fell down between these stairs the first time I played through because I literally couldn't see the gap. I was running up it like this. But now I can see it. And it looks like, so this was reset. So originally, I already knocked this down. And I flew away, did other stuff, and it looks like they reset the entire puzzle for me after I left. That's interesting. Nope, no, don't climb it. Dude, you need to push this. Why are you climbing it? Push it. Can you push it? Yes. That's how you do it. Push, 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 push. I was actually a little bit worried that I'd have trouble doing this the second time if I pushed that up to the doorway, but it looks like because they reset it, whatever. And then, is this the exit? Yeah, so right here is the exit. Oh, originally I pushed something to open this exit, but that stayed pushed. Interesting. All right, so now I'm outside in a place where originally... Oh, look, oh, hey, it's a windsock. But I can't activate a windsock as a human. So what am I going to do? Oh, hey. You know what? Last time I went towards the windsock. I think this time I'm going to go this way because I see stairs. Maybe there's something new I haven't discovered over here. This world is big. It takes a long time to explore it, but that kind of contributes to the mystique. Greetings Scar asks, haven't you played this game before? I've played games with an aesthetic like this before, but no, I've never played Vane before, I don't think. It didn't strike me as familiar when I was playing it for the first time earlier today. If you find evidence that I played it before and just completely forgot it, I will find that hilarious. This definitely feels like geometry that I'm meant to see from above as a bird, and not from up close as a person. By the way, flying around as a bird has actually made me kind of hungry to play Microsoft Flight Simulator when it comes out. I have never been a fan of the Microsoft Flight Simulator series. Like, I knew people, it was mostly like non-gamer friends when I was younger, like in say around like 2000 or something, would have earlier versions of Microsoft Flight Simulator on their machines and be like, oh yeah, I love video games. This is the video game I play. And I would be like, I mean, yeah, totally. That is absolutely a video game. It's very different from all the other video games that I play, because it's just offering this sort of, it's less a game and more just an experience, But I don't know if you've been seeing the trailers and stuff for the latest version of a flight simulator, it's crazy. It's like they're taking basically like satellite data from the world, from the actual Earth, and basically procedurally generating an environment to fly in based on that satellite imagery. So you can go apparently literally anywhere in the world and it will generate an environment for you to fly over. And apparently, like really well, really true life. Now, I don't know if what I saw in the trailers and stuff that I saw, if it was just if they were in the most well developed areas where it's like oh huge major cities, we'll probably spend a lot of time making sure that they look really good and they're that the Golden Gate Bridge looks like the Golden Gate Bridge and stuff like that. But from what I can tell, from what people are suggesting, it seems like I could go to my hometown of Greensboro, North Carolina, and buzz my parents' house, and that would be just fine. And the game would support that. I could fly over my actual town here, or I could visit Antarctica or visit the pyramids in Egypt, or visit like I think you can just go anywhere and it just looks like you're flying in that place. And I think there's like faults and things, like there's like you can see sometimes seams where different satellite photos are combined and stuff like that. So there's probably still work to be done, work ironing out the kinks, but still it's such a crazy ambitious idea. Can't believe they're doing that. Wolfo78 suggests that people should fly over Area 51 in the game. I had not considered that. That's a great idea. Because there are definitely places where satellite imagery is blocked out. And, so I don't know how they're handling those areas in the game. But, okay, so I just took the long way around and... yeah, I didn't find anything. So, which is going to be a problem with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2, I imagine. That there's just a lot of places to go, but not all of them are going to be interesting. So here's my problem, though. I eventually turned into a bird when I was running around in this area the first time, and I'm kind of hoping I turn into a bird again so that I can activate that windsock. But I don't know how that's done exactly. It certainly didn't give me there's no button to push. Last time it just sort of happened by itself. What's this place? This feels like a place I'm supposed to explore on foot. Oh no! Aha! So you become a bird by falling. Interesting. Well, let's activate a windsock. Okay, let's get better at flying. There we go. Hey, buddies. Let's turn on this windsock. And it is pointing me over there at that giant weather vane. All right. Let's do it. Let's just throw the camera right through the windsock. Oh my gosh. All right, so it wants me to go... wait, that looked like a thing I could perch on. I don't know if there's any value to be perching on it, but... does this do anything, or does it just give me a vista to look at? Seems like it's just a vista. I like this spoon, though, that's trying to hit me in the butt. That's great. So Greeting Scar says, I was waiting for you to fall for so long. So Greeting Scar apparently has played this game. And Greeting Scar was the one who was surprised. Well, look at all these freaking birds. Who was surprised that that I hadn't played this game before because they thought that maybe they had seen it for the first time on my stream. But wow, that's so many freaking birds. All right, so is this where I'm supposed to land? Where can I land that will make a difference? Here? Can I call the other birds from here? Oh, yeah, there. Oh, we're just breaking this whole thing? Is that the plan? Oh gosh. Okay. Wow. And then a ball, whoa, falls into the ground and leaves a crater? What is that? Oh, is this another thing that turns me into a kid? Oh, so now I'm a kid again. Alright. Okay, well that must be for a reason. Where do I need to go? So I love the creepiness of the magic in this game. Like, you can make magic look, you can make it look sparkly and pretty and entirely hopeful, but this magic, it's warping the world in a way that seems unhealthy. you know like, I became a human, but at what cost? What damage am I doing to reality? Now, I'm not sure what direction I actually need to be going. I figure that this piece of wreckage is here to catch my eye, but I'm not sure about that. I mean, it looks like such a ramp. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, well. Cool. I guess it was not a ramp, because it didn't have collision. Oh, Greetings Care says that they haven't played it, they've only seen it before. Well, that makes sense. But yeah, this has got like almost an Annihilation vibe to it, the way that they're using the music and just weird, loud, disconcerting sounds. Ooh, synthy soundtrack coming in. All about the synthy soundtrack. Alright, well, I could jump off this cliff and birdify again. Or maybe, do I need to be human to explore this ruin? You know what? I've got a lot of questions, but it's also pretty late at night, and I think I probably don't want to find the answers on the stream. I'd rather, leave it up to other folks to grab this game and explore it. So I think I'm actually just going to leave it right here and wrap up the video. So that was Vane. I think it was a free game from Amazon last week. And so it's probably not free now, because it took me this long to get to it. But it's still really interesting and gorgeous, disturbing. And I don't really know what it's going to add up to, but I'm fascinated by it. So we'll wrap this up. Subscribe button, all that nonsense. And I think I might have at least one more game left in me.